Brian, everyone I can see online, I'm hearing lots of stuff. Everyone is asking the same thing. If I get laid off this month, of course, it depends on what state and what law and the language. But in general, if I get laid off this month and my company or my former employer is telling me that I have a non-compete, and that means I just can't go get a job right now, what is it enforceable? What can I do?
Great question. Great. Go ahead, Brett.
Yeah, I was just going to say, so I'll answer that in two different ways. One is with TQL specifically, and then one is just generally. Generally, as you guys know, and I know, Cassandra, you're an attorney, and Brent, I think I heard you say that you are not one. I mean, Cassandra, you'll respect the fact that each state is different. And in terms of enforcement, whether or not a state is going to aggressively allow an ex-employer to enforce a non-compete against an ex-employee is very state by state. It's also extremely fact dependent, and it's also extremely agreement dependent too. These are outside of putting someone in jail. If you think about the ways that you can restrain someone's liberty as a citizen of the United States, non-compete is pretty damn high up there.
Yeah.
So for courts to enforce them, it's a pretty high bar. So you got to have your P's, first of all, on the employer side, you got to draft these things damn near perfect, and you got to have a really good set of facts, and you have to be in a jurisdiction that's going to enforce them. So I would say just generally, if someone right now is in a situation where, because of COVID or whatever economic circumstance, they find themselves in that situation, A, you got to get your hands on the document. And B, you got to talk to somebody who knows that they're in that jurisdiction, who knows what they're talking about, can listen to the factual narrative, and figure out if there's some wiggle room.
Good. All right, you guys have heard it. So we have Brian and Brett who are on the phone. They are our champions of non-compete situations right now. They have also agreed to help me out and offer you guys special help. So look for my LinkedIn posts. You'll find these two, and I'll send out their information. I want you guys to call them if you need help with these non-competes, if you need help with TQL. These are your guys. That's why I brought them to you. Brian and Brent, thank you so, so much.
Absolutely. Happy to take the time.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you, guys.
So to close out what these two attorneys were telling us, who are completely badass, that's why I brought them to you guys, and they're very passionate like me. What I heard was a lot of complex legal stuff, which to me means that there's no black and white answer whether these non-competes are enforceable. It comes down to who has money and who's going to fight. And whether your employer will fight for you as well, because your employer is equally liable, your new one, for
you want to know the truth about non-competes?
Yes, tell me.
It's personal.
It is personal.
It's personal. So it depends who it is.
Yes.
And I always fear for the person who's going to be made an example out of. And because what they want to do is remember when Sarah left our company, what we did.
Yep.
And so it creates this kind of scare tactic mentality. And so everyone just goes into a frozen dynamic. And the thing is these companies, it's all the same protocol. Like I've gotten these letters for years now. It is a notification of a reminder that you have some document, right?
Yep.
It's a scare tactic. But when you're 25, 28, and you've never gotten those
Scares
before,
the shit out of you.
You're like, oh my God, what do I do?
Yeah.
Mom and dad help me out, or your friend. And that's the other problem. There's so much disconnect. You can go talk to probably 10 lawyers and get 10 different answers.
Hear him out, you guys. Hear what he just said.
And it doesn't matter what your friend, your brother, your uncle, like, well, this guy's a legal and a completely employment law is a whole different world.
It is.
And there's no direct information. If you're going to do this, you have to go to people that know this game, are in this niche, in the right city, right? And then, that's where you got to get your answers from.
And that is why I asked Brett and Brian to give you guys a special. So I negotiated with them. I said, all right, here's what most of these people need. They need someone to look at their non-compete, tell them what the fuck it means, because nobody knows what that thing means. Tell them about the enforceability, because every state is different. And make a letter for them and do a phone call for them. Can you do it all for $500? Please. And I beg these two guys are expensive. You can tell they're expensive when they're on the phone. And they agreed to it. So this is my solution, because I knew when we got them on the phone, the question of, is it enforceable?
Yep.
Yes or no? No one can answer that.
Nope.
And if they are answering that, they're full of shit. So Brian and Brett are your resource.